What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. All right, I wanted to do a video on this because some people do things like this, like what I'm about to show you. But for me, with all of the different plants that I have, because I have a whole mess of plants, all different types, all different families. Some are in semi-hydro, some are in water culture. Some of them are in semi-hydro with the acrylic yarn, all different types. So what I found easier, and they've been thriving, the last few months have been really showing a lot of growth and happiness in the plants, is I'm growing them in semi-hydro in the setup I'm about to show you. Before I start, just want to show you that on the left we have a whole mess of Hoyas. You can see Bella still blooming, so pretty. From Bella to Carnosa, Crimson Princess, Crimson Queen, Australis Lisa, and so on, Crinkle 8, whole bunch. And and on the right-hand side, we have all different types of Pothos. Cebu Blue, Epipremnum pinnatum. This is my Glacier. Love that. So beautiful. Another Glacier here. And we have Scindapsus trebui. I don't know how to say that. The dark form. This is the Emerald Pothos. This is I can never remember the names of these. And meanwhile, they have tags. I can just look at them. Jasenia, Neon, Global Green, whole bunch, okay? Now, the whole point of this video is not to just tell you what's in here, but to show you what I'm doing. Okay, I got these. And by the way, these are in all different media. I have some in lava rock, some in leca, some in buddy stone, all different types, but all semi-hydro setups. And I put them in. I take a slit, make a slit on the bottom of the cup, plastic cup, and then I put them in this plastic bin that has handles, and I fill up with nutrient solution between 1 centimeter and 1 inch, depending on what time of the week it is, if I've watered recently or not. But I wouldn't go lower than 1 centimeter, and that's what I do for both of these. And it keeps the medium nice and damp. It wicks it up very well. And as you can see, especially the Pothos, because Pothos grow so quickly. Lots of new leaves, lots of new growth. Oh, it's blurry, sorry. This one's climbing out. It's got a new leaf there. Things just really turned around because I have these all with their own reservoir. So each one had its own reservoir, and then I have to fill up this plant, fill up that plant, fill up that plant. You know, it was just a pain in the neck. And also to flush, you got to flush each one individually. Now I fill the whole thing up for all of them. And in order to flush, it's really easy. Because this is such a high lip and the handles have an opening, you just take it and tilt it into the sink and pour it all out. Flush it with some fresh water, pour it all out, and then add your nutrient again. Really, really easy. And the great thing about this also is for plants like the Hoyas or orchids, anything like that, if you wanted to have a wet-dry cycle, you could just put in like 1 centimeter, let it soak up, probably about between 1 and 2 weeks, it'll be used up, and let it dry out for a minute, catch its breath, and then you fill it up again. So you don't have to treat each plant as an individual. You could treat them all as like a family. And I found this so easy. It's just such less time. You mix up one batch of nutrient, you pour it in, everyone gets the same nutrient. These guys, I weren't giving the orchid nutrient, which I probably will change to because I do want to get more flowers. But even without it, Bella was blooming. So, and my Crinkle 8, which was in an older video, that one bloomed as well without any orchid fertilizer. So, if you have a lot of semi-hydro plants, it doesn't matter the medium you're using, whether it's leca or buddy stone, grow stones, lava rock, whatever the case may be. This even could work with pond, because if you have drainage holes at the bottom, as long as they're small and the pond doesn't leave your planter, you could do the same thing with pond. So just wanted to share this with you. I did try this out, something similar to this with sphagnum moss, and I wanted to see if that would work. The only problem is sphagnum moss stays way too wet, and the plants do not appreciate that. It's pretty much too suffocating. and the plants were starting to show signs of decline. So I pulled them out of that, kept them in the sphagnum moss, but don't have them in self-watering sphagnum moss. But look at this new leaf that came out. This is right under the grow light. This is a Crimson Princess. And look at how cool that leaf is. Just so dark reddish, almost maroon. Anyway, so if you have any questions on this kind of setup that makes it so much easier to manage your plants, reach out, because there are so many different ways you could do this. I used to do this with my African violets in Rubbermaid bins. The only problem was the African violets were in the soil. They weren't in semi-hydro. So those plants stayed way too wet for way too long. They didn't appreciate it. It was the only thing I could do at the time because I was transitioning from one space to another. But if I were to do it again with my African violets, I'd definitely put them in semi-hydro, and I would put them in a setup like this. I would put anything I grow in semi-hydro in a setup like this. Group everything together, and it makes life so easy. And these plants, look at how healthy and lush they are, especially the Hoyas. Like, you don't usually see a lot of Hoyas that are this small but this leafy. You know what I mean? Usually they got their tendrils out, and we got a bloom spike. But yeah, so very excited. If you have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell if you want to be notified, and I will see you in the next video.